Dive into some of those fantastic businesses now, particularly when it comes to tourism. Ailey Shivery, how are you? Come on over here. Your Corderry Farm. Tell us about Corderry Farm.
Yeah, so Corderry Farm is a self-catering 300-year-old single-storey farmhouse set on a working beef farm. So there's 150 acres that our guests can explore. And I suppose the whole setting is a real experience for our guests coming in, because it's set down a boreen or a laneway, so it's the old grass down the centre of the road and fantastic views on the way in. And then when they arrive into us, they have the old farmhouse, and as well as that, we've lots of facilities. We've 2 games rooms within the courtyard, and we have a garden and then a separate barbecue area where there's, gas barbecue and pizza, wood-fired pizza oven and beautiful fairy lights. And then in the old Haggart, which was alongside the farmhouse, we have that made into a beautiful winding path down through it, and there's a viewing area, and then at the bottom of that there's a fire pit. Yeah. So I suppose, as well as the animals and the accommodation, then we have the unusual, facility of having the dolmens on our farm. So we've recently opened up a second dolmen, and we work with Ireland Tourism with the loop walks through us, and Ballyhara for the Ballyhara Way comes through the centre of our farm. This second dolmen that's coming into being again, into life again. So we have archaeologists are coming to assess it, and then they'll write out a plan for us and how we bring it back to life and how we.
That's very exciting.
It is. It's very unusual because there's no real other accommodation, I think, really in Ireland
with that level of history there.
With that level of history.
And did you do? Since COVID, there's a move towards self-catering. Did that benefit you? We'll say, or was it a disadvantage, really?
I suppose we kind of opened up so we're there for 3 years now. We opened in 2021, so we opened just coming out of COVID. So that kind of time gave us a bit of breathing space to renovate the cottage. It's very much kept to the traditional style. We did it up, but you still have the sloping floors and sloping walls, and that's what people love, is the history and the heritage of the area. And I think it's the whole experience people get when they come in. It's not just a building, it's not just a stay. They've all the rest of the animals and all the rest of the facilities, and then the unusualness of the dolmens.
And it also featured in a short film there recently. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so that was really good. I just, out of the blue, got a phone call one day from Pete Moles from Outpost Productions, asking would we be interested in facilitating a film. So I didn't really know what that was about. But they came and they looked at the farm. And like any of these things, it's kind of a long process. So they came back with their production company and with the cameraman to see if it was suitable. And they needed lots of different areas, so we suited them, the scenery, and then because we've our own hill and our own forestry and the river runs through, so we had lots of different places and lots of different areas for them to take to film on. So there's about 40 plus production team there. And we got loads of compliments. They all said it was absolutely beautiful. Yeah. It was made for the film festivals, for the international film festivals. It has done very well. It has won loads of awards, and it was shown on RT there just before Christmas.
And it opens up a global market for you then in terms of tourism, doesn't it?
It does. A huge percentage of our guests are Americans. Yeah. So that's really good for the area, because they get out and about and they spend locally. They see all the local attractions, but they'll do their shopping locally, and they'll go out to eat to the local restaurant. So, it's helping everybody.
And just tell us about the steak award as well that you won recently. I was glad to hear that.
So we won the best filleted steak in the world.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that was a big honour, because there's I think it's 28 countries that are involved, and there's 31 different breeds that are tested, and it's a blind testing. So you've international judges that are from the UK, Europe, and Australia, and they involve the judges are food scientists and chefs and people within the trade. So it was really nice. So as they said, their quote from them was, pitch a perfect fillet with all the flavour to back it up.
Fantastic. Well done, Bula Bus, for that. I think the best steak in the world can be found here in Aherlow.